We'll be sampling a total of 5 fragrances in this video. 3 of them are new and 2 of them aren't. The other 2 that are not new are some other popular ones, La Fille de Berlin and L'Orpheline. So, if you enjoy this channel, if you want to stay up to date with all fragrance content related stuff, hit the sub button and hit the like button, greatly appreciated. And I guess let's just get right into the first sample here. The first one we're going to do is actually the newest release. This is La Nuit Tombee. I've heard some good things. I've also heard some bad things about this. So we shall see. This is an official sample. So real deal. Ooh, ooh, it's I smell in the air already. Hold on. Oh, weird. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting initially is like this spicy incense, I think. But there's something sweet. There's something sweet in the base, I can already tell. Um Patchouli in this? Or like amber or something like that? Yeah, there's gotta be some patchouli in this. It's actually listed as a chypre. I don't get chypre off the bat. I'm gonna have to pull up the notes for this because this is starting completely differently than I thought it would, just from hearing some things about it. So let's of course go to the most trusted source of information, which is Fragrantica. So okay, Fragrantica lists incense. Okay, yes, patchouli, yes, and cedarwood. It's definitely woody. But the incense and patchouli right now for me are taking over the entire composition. Um, okay, good news. This does smell like a Serge Lutens. So if you're a fan of the brand, you know they have a certain aesthetic. Some of the recent releases have been kind of, leaving us wanting. This smells proper Serge Lutens. It's sort of dark, it's sort of macabre, it's got that gothic feel. Um it's you know what? Actually, now that it's drying down a little bit, I do get that sort of pencil shaving-y cedarwood effect, if you know what I mean. Have you ever smelled Royal Oud by Creed? Royal Cedar. You kind of understand what I mean. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this a pretty strong start. This is really good now that it's drying down. I'll be interested to see what it's like on skin. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10 to start the video. Really liking this. Right, next up, one from the incredibly, unbelievably expensive Royaume des Lumières collection. This is Cracheuse de Flammes. No clue. I don't know if that's Uncle Serge playing a word game on us. He tends to like to do that with some of his fragrance names. Don't know anything about this. Have never heard anyone talk about it. So let's see what it's about. Okay. Cracheuse, was it Cracheuse de Flammes? Something like that? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to throw out a guess. Maybe it's flames in the name. Maybe it's ashy? Let's see. Amouage Lyric Man. This smells like Amouage Lyric Man. This is... Wait, this is weird. Not what I expected at all. Okay, right off the bat, I'm getting soapy rose. Soapy, slightly sweet rose. Musky. Citrusy, too. There's a citrusy component in the top. It's actually really nice, but what is it? Over $500 USD? When Lyric Man you can pick up for 180, 200, something like that. Yeah, it's a pleasant, slightly citrusy, slightly musky, pink veil of a rose, if that makes sense. Nothing flames about this, nothing... Frankly, there's nothing Serge Lutens about this, if I'm being honest with you. This is really disappointing, at least to me on the opening. Um, It's nice. It's well done. But it does, in my opinion, I would never ever ever pay this the money they're asking for this. Just on the fact that it's well done, I'm gonna have to give this a 6.5 out of 10. Um, that is Cracheuse de Flammes. Yeah, it's Lyric Man. All right, next up is one that I've heard so much about, but I've never smelled. This is called L'Orpheline. I already sprayed it, but I have not smelled it yet. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, this is interesting. This is basically clean incense, like a clean musky incense. Um, there's a slight marine edge to my nose. Persolays recently did an interview with Christopher Sheldrake, who famously does most of the work for Serge Lutens, and Christopher Sheldrake said the brief for this was a beam of light coming through a crack in a window into like a dusty old house and hitting a single point on like a sofa. So there you go, Christopher Sheldrake. Make a perfume. Like, thank you, Serge, for that. But I mean, you know what? I can actually kind of see it. It is slightly luminous. Whether that's the brief influencing what I think, I don't know. There is a very clean, your skin but better. This is, in my opinion, completely inoffensive. Um, Clean, musky incense. It doesn't go too churchy. It's not like Catholic Church incense. This is a very, very pedestrian, in my opinion, pleasant, wearable incense. You could wear this, in my opinion, all year round. Just maybe tone the sprays down in the summer. Um, Very nice though. I'll give this a 7 out of 10. It's not my absolute favorite. Um, there is a beautiful limited edition bottle though, so if I can find it for a good price, I might be tempted. I like a good Surge limited edition. All right, next up is La Fille de Berlin, the girl from Berlin. I think I've heard a little bit about this. I think it's Rose. Let me see. Girl from Berlin. What do I want from this fragrance? Girl from Berlin. It doesn't really evoke like any image for me, except a girl from Berlin. What does Berlin smell like though? Beer? Like do Germans like their beer? I will see. Just I don't think it's supposed to smell like beer though. Yes. Okay. Rose. Rose. Maybe there's patchouli. Maybe this is a deeper rose. So Cracheuse de Flammes was a very citrusy, very bright, transparent, musky, clean rose. This is a more velvety, deep, textured rose with. There's definitely patchouli. I'd be surprised to learn if there isn't. Yeah. So this is kind of reminding me vaguely of Portrait of a Lady, but it kind of smells more natural than Portrait of a Lady to me. I'm not saying they're identical. They're definitely very different from each other, but I'm just saying maybe the rose and patchouli combination in particular reminds me. Um, this is beautiful though. For the price you can get these for, you can probably find bottles of this for $40. Like, this is crazy good value for that. If you like rose, yeah, I mean, I'm getting right now pretty like a red velvety rose patchouli sort of thing. Maybe slightly woody, not really that spicy. It's nice. I'm gonna have to give this a 7.5 out of 10. Um, Maybe even bump up to 8, considering the price you can get this stuff for. If you're looking for a value rose fragrance, this is a really good choice, in my opinion. Yeah, 7.58 ish. Last but certainly not least, this is another one from their eye-wateringly expensive new collection. This is called Bois Roi d'Agaloche. Bois Roi d'Agaloche. Um, I have a bottle of this on the way. I bought it without smelling it, because this is an oud fragrance. Now, once again, I never smelled it, but I did get this sample recently, so we're gonna smell it while the bottle's on the way, which is not the smartest thing, but I like Uncle Serge and his ooze. I like when Serge Lutens does ooze. So let's see if this is Let's see if I'll regret my my purchase here. Now, in terms of oud fragrances I like Amouage Silver Oud. I like King Blue. I like Frederic Malle the Night. And I have one called Oud Indochine from Maxime Perfume. So I can handle some pretty gnarly oud. So I'd be surprised if I didn't like this, to be honest. Which is why I decided to buy it. Ooh, patchouli. Once again, patchouli. But this is an earthy, dusty patchouli. And there's big oud. Woody, chocolatey oud. Is that the patchouli or is there cacao in here? I don't know. This reminds me of something immediately. This reminds me of Silver Oud by Amouage. But it's different. Silver Oud doesn't have the patchouli. This is Silver Oud. I can tell you right now, it's not as strong as Silver Oud. This is obviously very first impression, but this is essentially Serge Lutens taking on Silver Oud, making it less strong, maybe less in your face, changing the notes a little bit. It's got that deep, almost like slightly burnt oud quality. It's pretty gnarly, not gonna lie. It is animalic. Nothing like The Night though from Frederic Malle. Nothing like I mean, name your favorite barnyard oud. It's not barnyardy. It's got that oud, slight oud skankiness, the woody skankiness. That patchouli's really prominent. It's already drying down actually. It's there's something else in here that's giving it. It's slightly sweet. I want to say cacao. But it could be the patchouli that comes off as cacao. Maybe there's something vanillic, a slight vanilla, nowhere near gourmand. I don't want to give you guys the idea it's gourmand. This is slightly ambery, like a patchouli, very slight amber oud, very slight. This is awesome. This is great. I'm gonna give this. Maybe I'm biased because I have a bottle on the way. There will be a full review for this coming on the channel once I get my bottle, but and put in some wares, of course, because we're not influencers around here. Okay, we do this for the love of the fucking game. Okay, so sub to the channel. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to give this. I'm gonna have to give this an 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoy this. This is essentially, in my opinion, Serge Lutens Amouage Silver Oud with patchouli and maybe cacao / like an amber thing. 8.5. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Let me know if you like this sampling Serge Lutens series. I have about, I don't even know, like 20 more samples to go. More of the obscure stuff as well, like some of the eau de colognes he's done, some of the weirder bottles that are really hard to find. I have little decants of. Haven't smelled them yet, so I'll definitely do more videos. Hope you guys enjoy, and let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comment section. And let me know if you've tried any of these as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.